What's going on, weenies? Welcome back to Wiener Workouts. Today I'm going to be playing some Hitman. Yes. And I think what I'm just going to be doing is free-flowing again. I really like that kind of style. Again, it's not much work for me to upload videos. And I get to just casually chit-chat with you guys, see what's going on in the world, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to play this mission. I'm not going to do a walkthrough or anything like that. It's just going to be running around shooting people in the head, and you guys just get to watch me doing that while I sit here and chat with you for a minute. So I think what I'd want to talk about today is... Well, let's find a good spot. How do we do this? I think what I wanted to talk to you guys today about was probably going to be about veganism. Now, I don't want to sit there and delve into the concept of it because we all know what it is. We all know it's who the vegans are. We know what they eat, that sort of
Good
stuff.
work, 47. Now to locate General Zaydan.
Okay, I'll let finish. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that we can discuss about veganism, but if I really wanted to talk about something specific today,
What was that?
I guess it would have to be pinpointed to... Just give me a second, you guys. Sorry. I need to make sure that all this stuff is clear. I know I'm just weird like that. Okay. The thing that I wanted to talk to you guys today about was probably the futility concept, okay? Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I got into kind of a discussion / argument with my uncle the other day. And we were talking about futility, like how one person can't make a difference. Now, if we take that idea and we extrapolate it, right, we push it further than where it needs to be, I think it becomes very clear. Oh god. Hold on, let me kill the target and I'll just... What the hell is going on? There we go. Let me run out of here because the... Oh, they caught me. I got a cell phone ringing behind me. I got something going down here.
We could use. Got line of sight to target.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Hold on, hold on. Like I told you, we're just popping heads. I want to get out of here because you guys could probably hardly hear me over this freaking loud ass alarm going on. Okay, let me jump in. Oh, crap. Just dress him as this guy. And then run away.
Target's gone.
Okay, hold on. Give me just a second. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize it was going to be this wild. Oh boy, let's just grab some sanity. Oh, there's a guy that can see through my disguise. Alright, we're out of here. We're out of here. No more alarm. No more nonsense. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let's get back to the point, you guys. The point is futility.
Everything's under control, sir.
Oh my god, they found the dead body. This is a wild mission. The point that I'm trying to contend is futility and why it actually does matter and how you can impact the world just by changing your diet, okay? Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is going to be practicality. And by practicality, I mean in terms of how the world is going to function if you were to go vegan tomorrow. Here's the deal, right? What do you eat? How much money do you spend on food? Do you eat out every day? If you don't, then, you know, what about the groceries that you buy? How much money are you spending on that? This is an important question because the answer that you're going to give me, the amount of money that you spend, makes that much of a difference, okay? So let's say, for instance, that you spend, I don't know, $100. That's too much. Let's say you spend $50 a week in general, buying meat and greens and all that other stuff, and fruits and vegetables, right? Not only will you save a lot of money, but the impact that you have on those industries is incredible. So take one person and then multiply it by 10. How much money do you have now? Let's say $50, right? $50 per person a week for 1 week and 10 people, right? That's $500. You're taking $500 a week out of the grocery store's pocket. Do you know how upset they're going to get knowing that they're not having that extra $500? It's a big dent in their business because they don't want to see numbers go down. They want to see numbers go up. So even a 2% decrease in their sales, right? Like if you were to go from dairy milk to hold on. If you were to go from dairy milk and switch over to soy milk or even almond milk, that's going to put a dent in the dairy industry. These guys, they're not going to be making much money. And it hurts them because they're under the impression that they're going to be making more money when that's not going to be the case. So to say that your efforts of going vegan are futile is just a ridiculous argument. It's a ridiculous stance. Now, you can take the same concept and then apply it to something like recycling. Okay, when they say things like, oh, if you don't recycle, or if you do recycle,
Hello?
if you do recycle, then you're wasting your time. You're not making a big difference. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many recycled plastic bottles they reuse when they fill up water? Are you kidding me right now? Instead of putting it in the trash basket and you put it inside the recycle basket, do you know how crazy and amazing and, you know, how well that is for the environment? It's amazing. Like, again, I can just, and then that's just the practical side of things right now. If I were to boil it down to the ethical side of things, I don't even think I need to explain why it's not futile to go vegan, right, ethically. But I'm not even going to dive into that. I'm just rambling right now. The one thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about was the futility concept in the practical sense of things. Because literally any freaking position...
sir.
How you doing, sir? Literally any position you take against futility is nonsense. Okay? It happens... Okay. Hold on. Let me switch clothes because it says I'm still compromised. Why am I freaking out over here? Let me just shoot these people and...
What the fuck?
Yep. Kill this guy, kill her. Perfect. And kill her too. She saw me. Beautiful. And kill him. Oh, I missed. Boom. Shaka laka 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 laka. Drag this guy's body, bring it in here, and I'm gonna dress up as him. Oh, jeez. Alright. What I wanted to bring this all back to was the argument that I had with my uncle about how I'm wasting my time and that no matter what I do, there's still going to be people that are going to eat meat. And for some reason, he was having trouble grasping the idea that I'm comfortable with that. Like, I know they're going to keep eating meat, right? But the amount should be reduced. The world cannot go vegan overnight. And even if it did go vegan overnight, yes, those animals would still die. But it's like you're not going to change the fate of their outcome, even if you did go vegan. It's like somebody going to a restaurant and they ordered a they ordered a vegan burger with no cheese, right? They just happen to have a vegan burger there. But then the server brings out a plate with a burger on it and it has cheese. Now, you have one of two things you can do. You can either send the burger back, right? Sorry, something on the camera. You can either send the burger back and, you know, tell them to bring you one without cheese, which is totally fine. Or you can sit there and accept the burger that has the cheese, and that's fine as well. Because the outcome is still the same. They made a burger with cheese. You're not going to change that fact. So it's irrelevant to try and send it back and get angry about it. Now, I personally would get angry about it because I'm a bit more health conscious about these sorts of things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm health conscious about what I put into my body. So I personally would send the burger back. Knowingly, and with me knowing the information that I do, that burger has cheese. And that the same amount of harm has already been caused. Do you see what I'm trying to get to right here? Is that the only time futility would come into place is if the damage has already been done. It's like a person buying leather shoes and this is before they go vegan, and then them either throwing away the shoes or continuing to wear it. It makes no difference. You bought the shoes, you paid for them, it's over and done with. Now, if you're vegan and you buy leather shoes, then you're going against your own principle, and then I won't call you vegan. I'd probably call you plant-based, you know. But it goes into the nitty-gritty, and that's just the moral gray area. We're not going to go into there. We're talking about the big picture stuff here.
I'll come by later for some snacks.
Okay, cool beans, man. I actually have to kill one more guy, and then I'll escape, and then I'll end the video. But do you see what I'm getting at here, guys? I don't know, man. Okay, if you're in a situation where you feel like it's necessary to... Oh, I was going the right way.
Shopkeeper.
Just about strangled you.
If you feel like... I want to talk right now, but I know that when I go back and replay this video that you're barely going to hear my voice. So, these guys are rioting and everything. Alright, I need to climb this wall again. But this time actually infiltrate the consulate. I look like a freaking ghost. There it is. Should I just dress up as him or no? Yeah, why not? How do I put this gun away? Oh. Oh. There we go. Beautiful.
What the?
Huh. He found the body that I took. Oh, jeez.
Most impressive, 47. Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
Alright. Back to what I was saying. It's futile only if the outcome is the same, regardless. Okay? If the damage is done, then yeah, there's no point. It's futile to try and justify what just happened. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get... I'll give you another example, right? Kind of like skeletons in my closet here. When I went to California to visit my friends, what ended up happening? They knew I was vegan, right? So they tried their best to like bring me all this vegan stuff. And me being a little... What's the word? Negligent. With me being a little negligent, not checking the labels as I should have, and making false assumptions, I ended up eating some stuff that wasn't vegan, right? Like by accident. It was these tortilla chips, and they were like jalapeno flavored. And then when I looked at the back of the label, it said contains milk.
Hey, what's going
Now,
on? Damn it.
I ate some, and then the next day they told me, hey man, that's not vegan. They're like, we just found out it wasn't vegan. I'm like, oh, are you serious? They're like, yeah, does that mean you're not vegan anymore? I'm like, of course not. Of course I'm still vegan. Like, just because I ate something by accident doesn't stop making me what I am, you know? Again, it goes back to the whole thing about futility. They already bought the bag of chips. Me consuming it is not going to change the fact that they bought it and, you know, perpetuated that meat industry or the dairy industry. Now, I have to give credit where credit's due. I probably should have checked the bag to make sure that it wasn't vegan, that sort of stuff. But, hey, mistakes happen, and just because it happened once doesn't completely throw away your morals, right? Because that's what's important here, is the big moral issue about whether you are contributing to that sort of stuff voluntarily. Hold on. Whether you're contributing to that sort of stuff voluntarily, on purpose, you name it. Okay? Now, I gotta sit here and... I actually have to sit here and plead ignorance on that one. But I honestly think that a lot of people have gone through their days where it might have happened to them once or twice in their life, where they might have had a tiny lick of honey, or... I mean, okay, you know what example I can give? Here's a perfect one, to where I can equalize the situation. You know people that used to drink alcohol, and they're super alcoholics, and then they say, I'm not allowed to drink another sip of alcohol ever again, but then they go to a restaurant like Olive Garden, right, and they order something like the chicken Alfredo or the chicken Marsala, whatever, and then they find out that the people that made the dish added an ounce of red wine, It's stuff like that where it really doesn't
Get
matter.
him a sir. Check
Just because they added an extra ounce of wine here. Here's the.
He's shooting us.
Hold on. There it is. Oh, jeez, you see his face? It's like that. Like, dude, you're not. You didn't drink alcohol. It was an accident, okay? You didn't intentionally order it. You didn't know. Yes, you were a little negligent in not asking if there was alcohol or not. That sort of stuff. So I'm not gonna give a guy crap because he ordered a dish of food that has a little bit of alcohol in it. The same way as I'm not gonna get mad at a vegan for ordering a dish that has a little bit of animal products in it. Because in the grand scheme of things, which is how we should be assessing situations, in the grand scheme of things, the vegan is still being a vegan, right? The only thing that I have issue with when it comes to a topic like this, the only thing I have an issue
Heard anything from anybody else? Over.
is doctors. I'll explain in a second. Sorry, the music's really loud. I gotta escape.
Spread out. He's over there. Got a shooter. Move in.
Hold on. Oh my god, I killed so many people on this mission. Alright, as I was saying, the only thing that really concerns me is doctors. And this is kind of a touchy issue because let's say that we have a doctor that eats meat, but on average every year he performs like 2,000 surgeries that saves these people's lives. You know, and it's not like heart disease or anything. Let's just say it's a brain tumor because we really don't know how brain tumors are caused. I mean, not, you know, concretely. Let's say he saves 2,000 lives a year, and he does, Jesus. Right. He saves their lives and they all have brain tumors and their lives are better, but he eats meat. Am I gonna sit here and say this guy is a bad person because he does one immoral act? You know what I mean? Like, he does 2,000 amazing acts every single year, and I'm gonna give him crap because he does this one bad thing. Now, yes, we're still gonna give him crap because he can easily go to the dairy section and pick up the soy milk instead of the dairy milk. But again, in the grand scheme of things, oh god, they found me. I'm gonna die.
Security detail present.
In the grand scheme of things, is this guy really that bad? Probably not. You know. But that, again, that's for a different story. So let's exit this mission and then I'll close off with you guys. So what did we cover today? We covered things like appeals to futility. We covered things like ignorance, negligence, veganism from the practicality of it. Lots of things to think about when it comes to the decisions you make in your daily life. The important thing is, no matter what decision you make, just know that you're reducing the amount of harm that's being caused. If you decide to stop eating meat but continue to eat dairy, like vegetarian, you're still reducing the harm. If you cut them both out, cut out meat and dairy, but you still consume fluoride, or you still use fluoride toothpaste, or you still buy leather shoes, you're still reducing that amount. The concept, the principle behind veganism is the fact that you are reducing the most amount of harm as much as reasonably and as practicable as possible. That's it. I know some vegans that eat honey, and I don't give them crap for it because honey is kind of one of those gray areas. I know vegans that wear leather shoes. I know vegans that order food from a pizza store asking them for no cheese and cheese comes on it and they still eat the cheese. And that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and judge them for it because I know deep down inside what they're doing is going to be beneficial to the animals in the long run. Again, it goes back to the whole, what if the whole world went vegan tomorrow? That's just not going to happen. And if it did happen, the animals are going to die anyway. Whether you kill them or they die on their own existence by people not feeding them, they're going to die either way. There will be some survivors, but for the most part, they're going to die and they're going to be left off. and who knows what'll happen after that. But what I do know is that the decisions that you make in your life, every single freaking decision that you make in your life impacts somebody or something somewhere. And the fact that you're unconscious, I'm not talking about you as, you know, the person that's watching. I'm saying as a person that's not a vegan. If you're unconscious about the decisions that you make, you are contributing to some sort of harm regardless. If you're okay with that, like I am, if you're okay with the idea that there's going to be harm caused regardless, then you're going to be fine. But again, to unconsciously make decisions is simply ignorant, and you shouldn't do so. Look at the world and how it turned out. So, I feel like I've rambled enough today. I hope you guys like this kind of video. I thought it was pretty interesting on this sort of topic because most of my audience is vegan, so if you're not vegan and you're watching this, all I ask you to do is think about it, right? And you know what? I'll end you guys off with a quote. And the quote that I want to use is probably going to be from... Why don't we say from Gary Yourofsky, okay? It's very simple. When you look at a cow, a chicken, or a pig, just ask yourself, what did they do to you? What harm have they done to you? That's it. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, always keep in mind, be a wiener, not a winner, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Derp. Derpity derp 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 diddy derp 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 diddy derp 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 derp